Hi, welcome to the new edition of Aksharam Weekly Updates. Today we are discussing the important events that happened from 23rd of June to 29th of June. Let's start with the international level. On 24th of June, Julian Assange, the founder of WikiLeaks, has been released from jail. In the following day, he pleaded guilty in the US court in Mariana Islands, and afterwards he went to his native country, Australia. Let's come into the root of the issue. Julian Assange founded WikiLeaks in the year 2006. In 2010, WikiLeaks revealed explosive documents regarding the war crimes committed by United States Army in Iraq and Afghanistan. USA charged violation of Espionage Act against him, and Julian Assange sought asylum in the Ecuador embassy in UK. At the same time, a rape charge also emerged against him from Sweden, but later it was dropped because of lack of evidence. From 2012 to 2019, for the long 7 years, he stayed in a small room in the Ecuador embassy in Britain. But in 2019, due to some political differences, Ecuador government denied permission to Julian Assange to further stay in the embassy. As a result, British police arrested Julian Assange and he was imprisoned in Belmarsh prison. And then for the past 5 years, he lived in that prison. But with the new deal that signed between United States and Julian Assange in the previous week, now he is a free man. He pleaded guilty for a single charge of conspiracy, and he was awarded 5 years of imprisonment. Since he has already served 5 years of imprisonment in Britain, he became a free man. But this issue raises a question. For the past 14 years, United States was haunting this man for only doing his job of journalism. It also points out fingers to USA and other Western nations regarding their commitment to journalism and free speech. Then coming into another important event that happened in the previous week. The election into the important various European Commission bodies happened. Ursula von der Leyen, for the second time, she is being elected as the president of the European Commission. European Commission is the most powerful organ of European Union, and she belongs to EPP, European People's Party. It is a bloc of the conservative parties in various European countries. And former Portuguese Prime Minister Antonio Costa has been elected as the President of the European Council, and he belongs to Socialist and Democratic bloc, which is a bloc of different center-left leaning parties in Europe. And present Prime Minister of Estonia, Kaja Kallas, became the top diplomat of European Union, and she belongs to the Liberals group, which is the centrist group, which is the assemblage of different centrist parties in Europe, led by French President Emmanuel Macron. And this Kaja Kallas, and she is known as a very hawkish person, especially towards Russia. She criticizes Russia and argues for more help to Ukraine in its war against Russia. And she even argued for the presence of NATO army in this war. So it will be a very vital moment. What will be the position of Kaja Kallas moving forward? And it will surely have a vital impact on the ongoing Ukraine-Russia war. And another important event that happened in the previous week was the attempted coup against Bolivian government. A commander, his name was General Zuniga. He committed to oust the president of the Bolivia, Luis Arce. But this coup was thwarted, and the president and the government survived. And Luis Arce belongs to the MAS party. MAS party is the left-leaning party of Bolivia, previously led by Evo Morales. But in this year, the government of Luis Arce faced many problems of unemployment, inflation, and political infighting within the MAS party. Evo Morales criticized Luis Arce in several accounts, and there practically emerged two factions in the party: the Luis Arce faction and the Evo Morales faction. Now this arrested general even claimed that it is the president who planned this coup actually in order to bolster his image. But the President Luis Arce denied this allegation. But still, we don't know what happened really. Another important international development that happened is the appointment of Dutch Prime Minister Mark Rutte as the next Secretary General of NATO, the biggest military alliance in the world. The term of the present Secretary General, Jens Stoltenberg, is coming to an end with this month, and from the next month onwards, Mark Rutte will take charge. The NATO, which is the biggest military alliance in the world, it came into being in 1949 in the midst of the Cold War between United States and the Soviet Union, and presently it has 32 members. In 2023, Finland became a member, and in this year, Sweden became a member. And its headquarters is in Belgium capital Brussels. And Mark Rutte's appointment is very significant in the background of the war between Ukraine and Russia that is going on. Especially some leaders are even calling for the more active engagement of NATO in the war. And President Emmanuel Macron of France even called for the presence of NATO army personnel in Ukraine. Mark Rutte is often known as a very moderate leader in many of his positions, even positions regarding to Russia. Let's see what will be his stance in this, and it will be very vital. It will have very vital consequences, especially in the Russia-Ukraine war. And now coming into the national level, the first section of the 18th Lok Sabha started on 24th of June. As we know, this time the opposition bench is very strong compared to the previous two terms, and even for the fourth time in history, an election has happened, a contest has happened for the position of speaker between Om Birla of the ruling coalition and Kodukkunnal Suresh of the India bloc, where Om Birla became victorious and he became the speaker for the second time consecutively. And he hails from Kota constituency in Rajasthan. He is a member of Bharatiya Janata Party. And as we know, the first speaker of India was G.V. Mavlankar in 1952. He was also faced an election. And elections to the speaker was to happen in 1952, 1967, and in 1976. And this is the fourth time a contest is happening in the speaker's position. And another important development was the appointment of Rahul Gandhi as the leader of the opposition. In the previous two terms, since Congress party did not have adequate number of seats, there was no leader of the opposition in the Lok Sabha. Now Rahul Gandhi has become the leader of opposition. The first leader of the opposition in Lok Sabha was Ram Suphak Singh of Organizational Congress. He became a leader of opposition in 1969. And another thing that we have to remember regarding this Lok Sabha is the pro-time speaker. Pro-time speaker is actually a temporary position. Even prior to the appointment of the new speaker, the pro-time speaker he looks after the oath ceremony of the new members. And this time, Bhartrihari Mahatab, he is a member of parliament from Odisha. He became the pro-time speaker. And another important development nationally that happened was the visit of Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, and almost 10 important documents were signed during this visit. And negotiations regarding Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement (CEPA) between Bangladesh and India were conducted, and many important developments happened in the formulation and the final negotiation of CEPA. And India also agreed to send a technical team to discuss the Teesta water sharing. That's a long-term dispute between Bangladesh and India. And India also agreed to open an Indian Assistant High Commissioner office in Rangpur in Bangladesh. This will be the 5th Indian Assistant High Commissioner's office in Bangladesh. India is the biggest trading partner of Bangladesh in South Asia. In terms of Asia, after China, India is the second biggest trading partner of Bangladesh in Asia. So the relationship between these two countries are very important. We also have to see it in the background of the emerging tensions between China and India for influence in South Asia. China also in the past 2-3 years, China also is trying very hard to exert its influence in various spheres in Bangladesh, whether it is trade wise, whether it is defense wise, and so on. So India boosting the relationship with Bangladesh also have this China angle also. Another important development from this week was India winning the T20 World Cup in a spectacular and thrilling match against South Africa. India won by 7 runs. And this is the second time that India become victorious in the men's T20 World Cup. And the amazing performance by Virat Kohli, where he scored 76 runs from 59 balls, and the amazing spells of Jasprit Bumrah laid the foundation of this great victory. And with this, India has 6 important ICC trophies, which includes the men's One Day World Cups of 1983 and 2011, and T20 World Cups 2007 and 2024, and the Champions League victories from 2002 and 2013. And in yesterday's match, Virat Kohli was declared as the player of the match, and Jasprit Bumrah, who took 15 wickets in an economy of 4.17, became the player of the tournament. It is his amazing performance that laid the foundation of this spectacular victory by India. And Rahmanullah Gurbaz of Afghanistan became the highest run scorer. He scored 281 runs, and India's captain Rohit Sharma is second with 257 runs, and Fazlul Farooqi and Arshdeep Singh of India became the highest wicket taker. Both of them have 17 wickets in hand. And after this victory, the two Indian legends, Captain Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, announced that they are retiring from international T20 matches, and both of them are in the highest stands in international T20 runs, where Rohit is the highest run getter and Kohli is the second run getter. And actually, this T20 World Cup victory gave an appropriate opportunity for them to retire, and the career of these great legends in the shortest format is coming to an end. Okay, in the next week we will see the new developments in the international, national and local arenas. Till then, goodbye.